husband in the army, so she's calling all the time. Are they gonna get paid? I'm like, we've been through this 10 times.
Yeah.
They'll get paid.
Okay. Okay, the time is 4 o'clock. I'd like to call this meeting to order. Can I have a motion to approve the agenda?
Make a motion to approve the agenda.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Let's stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Don't believe there's any public comment because nobody's sitting here except Mr. Varner. Okay. JD, I'm going to do our engineer update.
JD King, Page County Engineer. It's a fine day in Page County. We're blessed beyond what we think. A couple years ago, Israel was attacked by Hamas. 35 years ago, I got a ride to King of Saudi Arabia.
Wow.
Compliment to Uncle Sam. So we're here. Nobody's shooting at us. It's good. It's a good day.
That's good.
Turn your attention to the update sent out yesterday afternoon. Our operations were affected by weather. I understand the county got about 2 inches most of the area. We had no blades out, no rock was hauled. We were cutting trees, no overhangs, and doing some cold patching. And we did that again today, except we added some burning of small brush piles, and there was instructions to make sure that the fire was out before they left site this afternoon. So I would anticipate tomorrow more normal operations. We will go blading with the moisture. There's lots of rock to haul, or there's a big list of requests for rock after the rain. The private crew is going to work on K Avenue, south of 170th Street. There's a slide in the road there. We're going to put some riprap on the slope and in the stream. We took some pipe to Red Oak auction for sale, and there's some scrap we need to haul away in the backyard. Regulator number 5 is in service this week. On Monday, 50 was in Omaha. Today, it's back in Florinda. We're still doing winter service on the tandems. We have tires and cutting edges and salt sand mix in the hoop building. Having some trouble with the DEF on our John Deere mower tractor. More equipment is on the agenda again today. We'll come back to that. Doing closeout paperwork on the Essex North Bridge. It was sealed last week. One thing that isn't on your engineer update, but should be the beginning of October this week or next week. This week there should be some equipment coming in on O Avenue and Snake Creek, the bridge at 190th Street and O Avenue. We're going to do some repairs on the abutment there. They should be hauling equipment this week. Most of the work will be done under traffic. They're underneath the bridge, but there'll be a day or two when they're pouring concrete that probably be some rain closures at the very least. We have project going on. The Service Bureau is coming down to do some training here at the engineer's office over at the annex. We've invited the neighboring counties. They have some features on their website that we're interested in. They're going to talk to us about that. Tomorrow morning, I'll be attending some new engineer training over in Taylor County. Taylor County does have a new full-time engineer. And I have a payment marking proposal out, and we're waiting on hearing the schedule back for pavement marking. The pavement marking for M41, 6 miles. The whole part of J20 from Russell Corner to the Taylor County line, and J64 from the Fremont County line to US 71. Questions on the update?
So you're waiting for the painters. I had
Yes.
a question on the J20 the other day.
And we're waiting on the painters. The fog seal covered up the reflectiveness.
Right.
You can still see it. You can still see the lines, but they don't reflect. The glass beads are covered up.
There's one person that has had 3 cars land in their yard or ditches in the last year or two. Come down a hill and lose control, or go up a hill, and yeah, it's really weird. So she said the J20 markings are really necessary, even though they're not open at that point. So that was from J20 on the Russell Corner to 71.
From 71 to the Taylor County line.
To Taylor County line, okay.
And the east part of J20 also.
Okay.
So they're
Gotcha.
doing more than that was fog seal.
Okay.
You're just going to do the whole route.
Okay.
You can turn your attention to the next agenda item, which is mowing equipment. First, summary mowing equipment, and one for the tractor and the one for the mower. I guess my recommendation is still the same, to lease the John Deere 6130M from Agrivision, and to purchase the Schulte Batwing from Vectors.
So, what did we decide on the John Deere?
Yeah, the John Deere has more hours than the case for the lease, and will need all 350 hours.
I'm thinking turn in the case and get another one.
I haven't asked that. Let's see, it's a lease for a year for 249 hours.
Get a little
Sure,
more
what
tractor, get a little more tractor for that though.
Say again?
Get a little bigger tractor for the same price. Depending on the options, you get a bigger motor.
Mm-hmm. I guess I responded, I trust the folks down at John Deere that we told them what we wanted it for, and they'll give us one that'll work.
And how come we didn't have a trade-in on the Schulte mower? We've got one already.
Because we're gonna keep it, we're gonna keep running it. It runs on the big pave system that's graded, so we can get out in the embankments. This is primarily for the gravels. That's where we need the mower.
So what are we gonna do with that one then?
Keep moving.
No, the one that come off of the Caterpillar tractor. That wasn't doing the ground. Won't you have two?
We have
Three?
two,
If you buy a new one, you have three.
right, because the cat, for all intents and purposes, needs to be sold.
Yeah, what about the mower that was on there?
It's fit for the cat.
Good.
So your intention is to have 3 mowers?
Yes. But we'll have a
But you
different.
wanna sell
we'll have-
one.
Right, we have 3 mowers now.
Yeah.
We need to get rid of the cat mower, and it's mower decks.
Okay.
And if we lease a tractor, we can reduce our cost, our overall cost.
Does that have any trade-in value? The cat one?
No. The engine is shot.
So it just goes to the scrap heap?
No, we'll sell it at auction, but people know that it needs a new engine. And it's good to move gravel. We have less problem with the snow. When we get our gravels mowed up. If we can proceed with this acquisition, we'll start moving again with our gravel mower.
How quick can you get the John Deere?
Taking in the spring. Unless they have one on the lot.
Is there a case on the lot?
I don't know.
Because we probably need to do it for this winter, don't we? Get them going.
We'd like to, if there's a mower out there. But bidders can look at other case dealers around the state, I'm sure, to see if they have any more. But I'm not certain. It'd be nice to go all out mowing this fall, but that's why we're talking about this now instead of later, because of the lead time for equipment.
And is the difference between the Schulte and the Land Pride just, I like the Schulte's better,
The Schulte's a heavier mower.
heavier mower?
And we have a Schulte, the state has a Schulte, Fremont County has Schulte.
Well, I like the idea of leasing. I think that makes sense.
When I first heard about it, I said, "Are you sure of the money?" And I guess it's true. It's like quite a difference.
Did we put out any bid specs on this?
No, we just asked them for more to pull that one. I mean, there's spec to come along with the documents.
1 million.
Yeah, there was one quote sheet, that's what I asked about last week. It's so, I mean, there's a lot there. And the other one just has a price.
You didn't happen to ask if they leased mowers.
No, I didn't. I'd be kind of used to it with me.
The what?
The way they're used would be difficult.
Yeah. How's this sitting with your budget as far as you have?
We brought that up last week or the week we talked about the annual report. And carryover balance is higher than we anticipated.
what kind of costs we get into, converting, Caterpillar mower to one of these tractors. So we just got a drawbar, it's different or something, or what's the difference between them?
What was the question again, Brian? What's the difference between the cat?
Yeah, the mower you're using by the Caterpillar right now, we already have one. And what would it cost to convert that over so one of these tractors could pull?
The mowing stuff that fastens to the cat tractor, the equipment dealers wouldn't want that mowing equipment mounted on a lease tractor that they're gonna sell again.
Right, okay, so the one that's for the cat, it has a side mower that's mounted on the tractor.
Right.
Okay,
So we wouldn't get this John Deere if we leased it. We wouldn't get it till next spring. Is your plan, and then get the
Well,
mower
if
next?
it's available sooner, we get it sooner.
Okay.
If we thought we were gonna be able to mow.
But the mower would.
But I think what I've heard is you need to get it started now so we can get it in the spring.
And the same with the mower. We wouldn't get the
Yes.
mower till the spring.
Unless it's available earlier, but I don't have confidence in that.
Yeah.
But we need to take some action now so we can get it in the spring when it's time to mow.
So we're not getting either one of them now.
Unless they're available,
Right,
and I don't anticipate that.
okay.
Did that end up going on the 26 budget? Or is that?
Well,
we're already in the
but
26.
I'm hoping that we'll take delivery before fiscal year 27 starts.
26?
Yeah, this will be the 26th budget. On the lease, is the price would be the same even if we wait that long?
Or are we waiting on?
Well, if we can't get it now,
Yes, I mean, whatever.
We're locked in.
We're
it's locked
into it.
in, okay.
I mean, we'd sign some kind of a lease agreement
Right. But it wouldn't take effect until we find
until
out.
delivery. So I appreciate a motion to proceed with this mowing equipment as discussed.
I'll make a motion to go with John Deere.
And we're gonna do them separate?
Yeah.
Mower, okay. I'll second that. Releasing the John Deere.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
And the mower,
I'll make a motion that we go with the Schulte,
I'll second.
Which one?
the XT 1100.
Which,
Or
Better. Better,
Yeah,
better.
From better, yeah.
okay,
Seconded.
okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
All right, our next item on the agenda is Jeff Curtis from Samuels on the jail update. Hi, Jeff.
Good afternoon. How's everybody doing today?
How are you?
Good, Jeff.
Not happy I'm stuck in an office. I'd just soon be outside. It's beautiful out right now. So I can definitely agree with that. A little bit wet, but we needed the rain. So hopefully the farmers got a lot of their stuff taken care of ahead of time. But things seem to be moving really well at the jail project. Slab on grade pours are ongoing. We had 2 pours last week. We were slated to have a pour yesterday, and that got canceled because of the rain. As you can see by the photos, and sorry again for late delivery on the weekly report, keep forgetting to get that out right away, but I will get myself trued up a little bit better on that. But Black Hawk was on site. Black Hawk Roofing was on site last week, and they did get all the mechanically fastened TPO roofing on. So with that, of course, everything is sloped to the roof drains, which go to the interior of the building, which aren't all hooked up right now. So needless to say, we had a couple real nice water features going on for a while there, but Cunningham is really working hard to get those all hooked up, which of course are hooked right directly into the stormwater system, which we are live on right now. So the one area that they're going to be pouring, they're going to be pouring tomorrow over in the booking area, which will kind of finish up the rest of that 5-inch slab pour. From there, we get into the 6-inch concrete slab pours, which are primarily in the offender area and the jail area. So again, they'll be making an additional pour. If you guys by chance get on Procore and look at some of those photos, you can see, and today crews are on site and they're finishing up the rest of the, we'll call it trim grading inside the jail area. The electrician, O'Neill, has completed all their underground conduit runs. So now that means Stickler, Jesse and his team can get in there, do the trim grading, get the vapor barrier down, the nice yellow stego wrap with the red tape, and then get the mesh and the chairs put in. So we're ready to go for the rest of the pours. So that seems to be trending really well. We're looking at probably the way they've been pouring, I would say 4 more pours, which will include tomorrow's pour. So that'll be moving right along quite well. As far as other work that's going on, Blackhawk will come remobilize back on site. We have these smoke vents that go in. There's 10 of them all throughout what we call the smoke compartment areas. Those are on order. There was a little bit longer lead time on those. So what we ended up doing is we put the blocking down that those curbs set on and had the Blackhawk team flash over top of those. So we're ready to take the temp flashing off, set the curbs, set the smoke vents, and then they'll come back in and flash up against the curbs, which is called out in the contract documents. So we're able to get the building dried in that route there. As soon as the Stickler team finishes the rest of their slab on grade pours, the plan will be to put temporary shelters, will be reinforced visqueen going around the windows and the door entries. That way we can start keeping the heat inside the building and start prepping for our temporary heat season coming up here shortly. I like to say sometime middle part of January, but I got a sneaky feeling Mother Nature won't cooperate with us like that. So we'll continue to move forward with that. Other upcoming high level stuff, masons will be remobilizing, continuing on with the rest of the masonry installs on that inside the building. Generator equipment is starting to come in pretty decent. We have the large ATS unit, automatic transfer switch unit, which is shipping as we speak, becoming directly to site. What we have done is we have brought in a Connex to where we're able to store that equipment and have that on site, so we're ready to go for installs. So we're not waiting for that to slow up any of the processes. One thing that we have the venture team working on is a better rendition of the exterior of the building, Judy and team, so I can get that put on the weekly updates and we'll get that uploaded into Procore on the front page.
That's not that important.
No, it's very important, especially since how we kind of changed that front entry a little bit. It'd be nice to get that true rendition of that. So as far as budget wise, everything's trending and tracking according to plan. Schedule wise, we're still maintaining, still looking end part of April for substantial completion. We'll do punch list commissioning, and then the plan still will be to have 911 dispatch tentatively going in into May, first part of June, ready to go with that. So that seems to be going well. I know Tony's working with a couple of the state agencies to get the rest of the communications tie-ins completed as far as what we have to get for that. And then Alliant, when it comes to the natural gas coming from South 12th Street, it is with their A&E department now. So I've been talking with Lonnie. He was hoping to have another update mid part of this week so we can get that finalized and then get that installed, depending on weather, how that goes. So that's the reason why the temporary heaters we have coming in, we can either run on LP or natural gas by just changing out the orifice. So I'll be able to facilitate that. The big thing is whether or not we have to set a couple of LP tanks. If so, then we'll get those protected with some Jersey barrier type anti-collision devices. So we're ready to go. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I think that pretty well sums it up for me right now. You guys have any questions or any concerns I can address for you?
What goes on top? What goes on top of the white on the roof?
That is the,
Is that
so,
it?
right, so except for on the edge of the precast walls and some of those other areas, we'll have the coping metal that goes on there, which that's planned to be kind of a dark bronze color to match the rest of the metal components or panels that are going on the building. So what we'll do is we'll get those final items done, but we have to get the rest of the flashing details and rest of those curbs installed, and we'll get that done at that point in time.
Okay.
One thing I did forget to mention is Williams Restoration. Inside the building, all the precast joints, we see caulk at those joints. So they've been installing that, and then where the fenders are, they're installing what's called pick-proof caulk, and it sounds just like what it is, and they can't pick it out. So pretty durable stuff. So that's ongoing. So we should be ready to go with that also. So, and then the detention equipment supplier, WDSI, JTA Builders is their legal name, I think. They had a representative on site on Friday, taking a look at everything, and they're getting ready to mobilize with their detention frames and that type of aspect inside the building also. So everything seems moving quite well as of now. So we'll keep moving.
Great.
I go down there and sit once in a while and watch. Brian says, you need to move. And I go, yep. I mean, when the semis were in with the roof stuff, I didn't intend to go up there. So anyway, he said, just watch out because they're coming and going. So I did.
That was quite the busy day, but if you notice now, a lot of that stuff that was offloaded is now it's up on that roof. So they did. Blackhawk had, I do believe, anywhere from 13 to 15 folks up on that roof getting that place dried in. So they did a really nice job.
It looked like a lot of them up there, and I took some pictures of the lift putting the stuff up and the guys taking it down and everything. So yeah, very
Awesome.
interesting.
Any other questions for me right now?
Sounds like things are moving, so that's good.
Well, let's get to everything else, all the outside work done, and then if it wants to snow, we're okay. Right now, just keep moving here. Let's face it, it is Iowa, and Mother Nature sometimes doesn't play nice with us.
True. Okay, I guess no questions. So thanks, Jeff.
All righty, thank you for your time, folks. Have a great evening.
Have
Yep,
a
you too.
good weekend or
You too
week.
now. Bye now.
Bye. Our next item is Mid-American Energy, Shenandoah One Hills Project, and I see Kelsey and John are both there.
Yes, good afternoon. I don't have as much exciting information to share as Jeff today, but I do have a couple updates to provide you, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have. Main update, we have been able to erect a couple more turbines since the last time we talked, so we're up to a total of 38 turbines between the two counties are fully up now. So we're getting there. 38 out of 54 are up now. I know that you guys didn't necessarily anticipate prior to last week, and neither did I, talking a lot about 280th, but of course, on that topic, we're already done with any use of that road. So I think that's probably early for you to hear, and it's early for me to share. So we're already beginning the process of turning that back over. If you have any questions about that or about anything else, I'm happy to take them, but I think that's really the main things I wanted to bring to your attention today.
Thank you for being responsive and sending us the email too. We appreciate that.
You're very welcome.
Yeah, so, I don't know if you've had a chance to review the road use agreement that we had. There's a couple things in there that I just wanna reiterate a little bit. One was about the haul routes and changing them. We should have received a written notice from the developer to the county engineer, and that did not happen. And so hopefully next time, if we do have to change routes or something, we're getting that written notice ahead of time before. It sounds like they were already using the road before we knew about it on some of those roads. So just keep that in mind. If we do have to make changes going forward, to at least, have it in writing so that we can discuss it before you start using it, to make sure that everything's okay and we're getting the communication out to people per what our agreement is. The other thing was, it does say that we should be doing, the developer is responsible for the uh, placement of and resurfacing of granular or on soft spots, or if there's soft spots on the road. If the county engineer deems that those need to be fixed, either due to traffic or weather. And so that's something too that has been talked about, where we might have, the gravel roads are getting worn down on some of the higher traffic areas. And trying to mitigate some of that damage to those roads. And I'm assuming on 280th, since you're done using that road, that it will be turned back and there shouldn't be any issues with that road since after you've used it. Correct? I'm guessing
I
that.
haven't, yeah, I haven't heard of any issues that have, as far as the condition of the road. If you hear differently, then of course feel free to relay that to me, or JD can, or whoever. But to my knowledge, there haven't been any issues with the condition of the road.
And then just for the dust control, I know now that it rained, it's probably a little bit gonna have a day or two that it won't be so bad, but it does say in the agreement to use magnesium chloride and water. And I don't know if we're just using water, and sometimes water evaporates pretty quick and it dries out and doesn't do a really good job of keeping the dust down in front of some of those residents and the intersections. So I don't know if you could look into that and see if there's a way not to just use water, but to maybe use the magnesium chloride.
Sure, I know that on several roads we have, and the intersections for that matter, we have used magnesium chloride. I guess if there's a specific area of concern or whatever, you can let me know. I'm not sure what, do you know, I'm trying to pull up the road use agreement now. I
I've
can
got
look
it up,
through it,
John.
but okay, cool.
I can step in here a little bit. So, I think I heard two separate things. Well, really three. I'll start with the one that I know John talked to you guys about last week, which is written prior approval, and we acknowledged that we had two flatbed trucks that were on a road not approved, trying to see if they could make a radius before requesting that written approval. We've been through that with the TMs of why that practice of even testing out roads before getting written approval doesn't work. So I believe we've addressed not just the issues on 280th, but also sort of the root cause, the misunderstanding, I guess, misuse of that contract term. We did get written approval from JD the following day, and so as John mentioned, working through the process that the road use agreement prescribes for turning that road back over. So that was number one.
Okay.
Number two, I heard concerns about, I think, just the speed of our response time in getting road repairs made that JD is asking for. Is that right on the second concern?
Yeah, I'm just saying that if there is, and I think it even says some of the road work use, or the road work being fixed, should be performed immediately upon notice by the county engineer. If there is roads, so the one reason that it came up was I believe it's J20, or not J20, J52. That is the blacktop road that is pretty heavily traveled. That'd be the coin road, kind of right by your set site, or the main site that you have, the laydown site. And that road has been talked about by several people have called me, and people have traveled that road. It's really in bad shape, almost to the point where it's unsafe at some points. And so I was wondering, I know we fixed some spots on it and we've kind of done some things to it, but is there to me, there's a point at which, you can't let it go anymore with, with the chance of somebody tearing up their vehicles or causing an accident or something with some of those spots on the road. that are really deteriorated enough to do some damage. Is there a way that even if we're still using that road, to try to do some more mitigation of the road surface there, or try to get something that will take care of some of those issues?
Let me just make sure I'm understanding the question. You're specifically concerned about paved road repairs, because I think that there are
Yeah.
separate requirements for paved versus unpaved roads. So I just want to make sure I'm looking at the
Yeah,
right
this is
concern
a
here.
paved road, a blacktop road. So it talks about typical wear such as pavement failure or such as pavement failure shall be required to be repaired by developer and contractors and subcontractors, and said required repairs shall be performed immediately upon notice by the county.
So the version I have that I pulled up off your website says only non-typical wear shall be required to be repaired by the developer, such as, and you're right, the parentheses,
Okay, yeah,
such
only
as
non-typical.
pavement failure.
Yeah, only non-typical wear.
Okay,
So,
so would you classify the wear that's out there as something like pavement failure, something that's not typical on a paved road?
yeah, I would say that road is, I mean, that road, I would say, is not typical wear from what it normally would be.
JD, do you have any comments?
Yeah, JD's here, so he can maybe address some of it.
Yes, J52 has been a problem. We brought in a contractor. He did extensive repair on a certain couple of places. And there's some failure developing again further east of where we did patching, but there's also a economy of scale. I don't want to bring a contractor in for a couple patches that are 5 foot wide. So there's going to be some poor pavement for a while until it warrants to bring in the contractor again.
Till the things are about done, right?
Well,
I just
I
want to
don't
make
know
sure
when
that
they're
that
gonna-
road is safe for people to be
right,
driving on
right,
and
and that's
things.
the constant concern of ours.
And you've patched
And
some of them.
we did some extensive patching, 180 some thousand. We have a reimbursement request into Mid-Am.
Okay.
Because I was down there and I drove it. If you're not
And we have been in
going 100
contact
miles an
with
hour.
Will Nash, who's our liaison with improving the roads, and we've, tell him that we need blading and rock on certain road segments, and he's been, he hasn't done anything because it rained 2 inches, but
Yeah.
I'll be on the phone with him tomorrow morning.
Okay. And
we
you
were
guys are
calling
taking
rock.
care of that stuff then, the roads that you're using. Then the Mid-American is taking care of the rock and the blading, or we blading and then they're reimbursing us.
No, they have equipment and they hire trucks to haul rock.
Okay.
You're on top of this.
Yeah.
Maybe that might be overstating it, but
But you are in contact with them, so
yes, we're
yeah.
in contact with.
So you're aware of all
with
the
Mid-Am
things.
importance and folks.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be, I'm just.
I mean,
wanna make sure
everybody's
that we're
calling, everybody
aware of
calling the
the
office.
agreements and things that we had, and that things are getting followed through on.
Yeah,
So-
JD, I appreciate your communication with our team there on site, and maybe it's just me, but I feel like JD has my contact information, and I'm pretty good at escalating here if need be. But I think we don't talk near enough, JD. So happy to hear more from you if that's appropriate. But I also hope that the teams are being responsive, whether it's to those gravel road requests or whether it's to your request to repair paved roads, that we're doing those things as you request, just as the agreement outlines.
Perfect.
I'll keep talking to the local guys until they aren't responsive to me, and then I'll talk to you if I need to. Kelsey,
Very good.
thank you.
And you had the third thing, Kelsey, were you gonna say anything about the dust control?
Yeah, so dust control, I would say we have been doing mag chloride applications throughout the season. Some of the time when there is rain coming, we may choose to do water instead of a mag chloride application, or likewise, if we just anticipate to use a road for maybe 2 days, the water trucks make more sense. But we continue to evaluate that on a case by case basis. In addition to, I feel like being responsive to landowners that call our team here or find someone out on site, as long as they're able to do that. I hope we are responsive to those requests as well, but it is a balance between both magnesium chloride applications and water, and what the circumstance, I guess, requires given a lot of different factors. So certainly the agreement, the road use agreement, is one of those factors.
Okay.
That answer everything, Todd?
Yep. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you all. Always good to talk to you.
I think each of us are probably getting phone calls and just passing them on to JD or to you, so hopefully everything's gonna go okay. And Todd's gonna keep on top of it.
Yeah, I get lots of phone calls, so
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks,
if
Kelsey.
it's-
Thank you, John.
Sure.
thank you guys. Mhm.
Yeah, you're
Have a
welcome.
good night.
You too.
Thanks.
All right, talk soon.
Okay. That get everything, Todd?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. Communication is what it's all about. Okay, our next item is discuss action on a farm lease. Let Mr. Varley talk. Okay,
Yeah, the prior release had.
yeah, please.
Sorry.
We have an accurate, what I believe to be an accurate, legal description of the farm, accepting out the land that is currently part of the Page County Jail. So there's two parcels that have been split. One of them has a jail on it. The other one has some cribs, corn cribs and some other things that are gonna go with the county farm. So we have a description of all of that.
Okay,
What we have used in the past is the lease has designated through the FSA office how many tillable acres, how many pasture acres, and so forth. We attempted to get them to do that for the new legal description, and then our government stopped funding itself. So the FSA office is closed, so we won't be able to get that for the time being. I think it's very close to what it has been in the past. And I don't think anyone that is going to be interested in bidding in it, I don't think they'll be confused. But to finish off that part of the legal description, we'll need the government to reopen.
so we need to wait a little bit.
I don't know if we need to wait or not.
It's not that much.
In the invitation to bid.
Yeah, it hasn't been used in the past.
Okay,
And I don't think anybody is going to be misled by, I think anybody looking at an aerial map, and people that have farmed it in the past, are gonna be able to determine how much they have. I would just like, hopefully the government will reopen soon, and by the time we actually do a lease on the property.
then we'll have that
whatever it be,
information.
I'll be able to fill out the rest of that.
Okay. I've gotten several inquiries from people if we bid it yet, or if it's ready to go, or I said, I think, it's about to that point, so.
Yeah, if you hear back from people that it's gonna make it difficult for them to bid on the property without having an exact number, let me know.
I
But
think most of the people that are doing it are probably familiar enough with,
I think so as
Yeah.
well. So I think we can proceed whenever you're ready.
okay, okay. So
We just need a motion to move forward.
we need a motion to move forward, I guess, and we need to come up with a date. This is October the 7th. We need to think about the paper, putting it in the paper. So Kristen, what would your, thought be on what date that you can get it into the paper?
So the last day to publish for a Wednesday paper is the Thursday before.
Okay. So you could,
Yeah, we have everything ready to go.
so you could get it in for the night, so that it would be on the 15th.
Yeah, if we decided to do it for the 15th, we would have, I could put it in.
Okay.
that time.
And then how much time do we want to give them?
Here's my recommendation. We cease bids on December 8th, when we'll open the 9th on our regular meeting. Reason being, they're in the thick of things right now.
Yeah.
They need to
Okay.
see what kind of crops they're gonna end up with, how things are looking. Otherwise, you're gonna have just a couple bids.
Okay.
Everybody's really busy. We've got till March, so we've got plenty of time. Probably want to do it before Christmas.
I think that's a good idea.
Yep. So receive the bids by December 8th.
December 8th in the auditor's office. Do you want to do it by noon? That's what we've done in the
Yep.
past for things.
Yep.
Okay.
And we'll review bids on the 9th. At our meeting, right?
Yep.
Sounds good. Okay. I'm gonna have a motion on that.
I'll make a motion on that.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. So we'll go ahead and get it in the paper. Do we want to get it in this soon?
I would think we'd at least run it 3 weeks, but whatever.
You don't want people to forget it. If they see it. So go ahead and put it in the
If they're
paper.
interested, they'll keep. So,
Put it on the website too.
Okay, so the paper on the 15th then? And receive the bids by noon, December 8th. Okay. We did vote on that, so, all right. Okay. Our next item up is, discuss action the sidewalks at the annex and the courthouse.
You guys get all the pictures I sent that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I think a couple of things you need to decide is if you want that sidewalk that's next to the building, that's sloping into the building, if we want to remove that or repair it.
I didn't know if some of that could be mud jacked or not.
Looks like it's really good concrete.
Yeah. So I was, we can get somebody to maybe look and see if they can mud jag it. You don't have to replace all that. Now, some of them, they're cracked and they're not gonna be able to mud jack it, but
Well, and Troy suggested they could always, kind of level it off too, or.
And not, and take the concrete out. I don't know that anybody walks around the
on the side.
public health to walk up to it, the other door. You can walk through it as long as public health is there, or as long as that door is unlocked. So it's a matter of whether we want to leave it there or take it out. I'm sorry,
Some of our people use that.
did they walk around? Because they park in that other parking lot, right? Okay, they do.
And the other question they asked me was on if they're gonna put a driveway and a parking lot in eventually, do we want to put sidewalk all the way across? JD? Where the drive, where you would drive over it?
Well, you're thinking that, you're gonna put a sidewalk there.
So just thicken it. They were worried it would crack if we.
Yeah,
Mhm.
But the
Big piece of
First step.
equipment, yeah. Which is gonna be difficult if it's gravel.
So you thinking there's gonna be parking in the south side and the front? I assumed that the parking would all be on the west side.
yeah, that's why I thought the gravel was you're gonna come in on the west side of the building? Or are you thinking on
On
the
the
south
west?
side of the building?
The entrance that we were gonna use was on the south.
On Washington Street, yeah.
True, but it's more towards the west. It's not right in front of the building, is it? Cause now you're pulling. Yeah. Yeah. The original idea was parking lot was on the west.
Yeah, okay.
So that sidewalk. And that's what you're talking about is going from the building to Washington Street?
Well, the sidewalk would come this way, but then he's talking about the driveway over here.
Right.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, so the
I don't
sidewalk
see- I
here,
don't foresee a parking lot being on the south
it's,
side.
it's here.
Go down, right, go over there, right, to your right, there.
Oh, that's not ours.
Huh?
That's not our land.
So then with that sidewalk coming straight off there, it's not gonna be driving over it anyway.
No, we're talking here, right in here,
Oh, well, you,
right there.
The sidewalk that connects Washington Street with the building.
This is right here, we mean, this is what he's talking about?
I think you're talking
Yeah,
right there
this
in the
gap
middle.
right here.
Yeah, the driveway,
Okay.
yeah.
I think you should probably just go ahead and put the driveway.
I don't think you need a sidewalk there, if
Right.
you're gonna have a driveway there. And just have the gravel,
Do the driveway right there.
and you don't have to worry about breaking it up or scraping it when you're trying to push snow out of the way or whatever.
You're talking about moving the driveway over here?
No, just.
Just
where it's
drive right
at.
here.
Yeah.
And just
where
have
it's at,
con-
stopping the sidewalk there.
And have
on
it
each side.
concrete.
Yep,
Let's go ahead and put a concrete approach. Yes, no,
Do what'd you say?
but
forget about the sidewalk in that portion and just go ahead and do the driveway approach.
Just right here,
Yeah,
yeah,
have that concrete.
that's what I,
And then you're gonna put gravel up here
well,
or what?
we don't have to do anything. That's up to JD when he gets, they didn't want gravel, so. We're just thinking, we're just thinking about the future. So in other words, our portion will be,
you did say you're gonna gravel it before winter, right? Is that what you're gonna do, or?
So if it's here, then they're gonna come up here and go here to park.
yeah, they get wherever they want.
So it's kind of out of, wouldn't you? I don't know, wouldn't you go in here? Straight in, straight shot? Or are you going this way and then that?
I always thought they were gonna come off of 18th Street.
No, they've been planning on using Washington.
Okay.
Just like what they're doing now. But we're gonna need a separate bid for the outside sidewalks around the property for parameters, so we can do the cost sharing with that. And then we just need to decide what we're gonna do on the east side of the building, south side of the building. and whether you want a or a sidewalk or down to Washington.
So there's nothing we can agree on that people would use the parking lot that's to the building on 17th, from 17th. Up, like you, and then you use that handicap parking there that by the door.
Was
I
the,
can't hear you. That's not preferred.
was the city doing something too on the
The city,
sidewalks?
the
They,
city will do a 50-50 cost share, but
okay,
it's just the perimeter part.
right, the outside.
Yeah,
And then sidewalk goes from Washington to the building.
they probably won't do a 50-50 there then.
I don't think they'll do 50-50 there.
That's the reason I said
Oh,
we need to do
we-
it two different things. We need a straight bid for the sidewalk on the perimeter. And then we need to do the bidding for around the building. And whether you want a sidewalk from the front door to the Washington Street.
So all, Lisa and,
Nick.
Nick are parking to the south, right, in the parking lot.
East.
Yeah. Hmm.
But they would park over, west of the building, if that.
If the parking lot was there, yeah.
That would free up space on the east side, because I've seen that parking lot pretty full. On occasion.
Today it was because we have an interagency meeting at 11. So that's pretty much when it's full. Yeah, just one time a month. And I'm usually the only one that pulls in that parking lot, so it's right there. Just walk in and, yeah. It's whatever you think. Gentlemen. And then we need them to come look at the things here at the courthouse also at the same time.
Yeah,
So,
let's get somebody to look at it. Let's get us
I
a
would,
bid spec sheet,
yeah, I would,
figure it out.
and see,
Everything we're gonna do.
yep.
the secondary road, would the budget help pay for the concrete if we put a parking lot in there? You would help? Like, how much would you help?
We have. I don't know.
Okay. And we do have what we sold the building for, so, yeah.
It's gonna take that to do this.
You wanna write it up?
Do I want to write it down?
All
Yeah.
the bid information or,
Okay,
and for the courthouse too.
so what are we doing? We're doing the east side of the building, south side of the building, and the sidewalk to Washington Street, in the front door.
Well, we're not doing,
Cause this,
we're
okay,
not doing east side, we're doing
so this
the
is,
south side of the annex where the
East.
sidewalk's already in.
Well, the east side's gonna need some more, cause that's the one that's,
slats.
It goes down.
Yeah, and I think if you get that mud jacked or whatever leveled out, cause still looks pretty good concrete wise.
it just needs to be part of this bid.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
I don't have, okay. Right, yeah, okay.
And you want that in front of the front door there, you would want those steps removed and just a gradual slope all the way down?
I would think so.
Okay.
Just make it real gradual, you know.
And then you saw the steps need repair too.
The new one,
The steps on Washington Street on that side of the building, Troy's took.
That's gonna be.
That's what we were talking
that's gonna
about,
be
taking
all
out,
gone. It's
just
gonna
making
be
it-
gradual. It's not
Making
gonna
it
be
just,
steps in.
Okay.
yeah,
yeah, take steps off.
so you wouldn't have steps there. Yeah. And that way, if anybody else had a problem getting in to use the lifts, they could just go right in. Okay. Turn that over to you. Or Nick, you wanna work with Nick
Yeah,
and Corey? I mean, Troy, why'd I say Corey? Corey's over there. Do you wanna start on sidewalks, Corey? Yeah, Nick and Troy and Yeah, and Brian worked together on that. All the designation, and then once that's done, then we'll decide on a time frame. That work?
Okay,
Okay. Okay. I don't know, we don't need a motion, do we? Well, until right now, we're just discussing. Okay. All right, take care of, all right. Now
so
we,
just to be double, we're gonna go on the east side, the way around on the south side, sidewalk out to Washington Street, and the driveway
Driveway.
approach.
yeah, and
And
then,
then we'll have separate for the surrounding sidewalk.
right, and then,
Some on 18th Street that need,
yeah, that's
18,
ours.
well, don't we have to do the whole thing?
Yeah,
we
you'd
don't
have to do
the
all,
whole thing.
There's nothing much over there, is there?
But
There's
that's
just some
the
nitpick.
one we would do with the city, right?
Hmm.
Cause that's really,
but is
Yeah.
it okay? Is 18th Street? Is
Yeah,
it even
no,
there?
there's
It's
some-
not there, is
It
it?
has
Yeah,
some
there's-
things.
Yeah,
yeah.
so we'd have to look at that and see what needs to be done. Okay. And then how much a parking lot would cost,
Okay,
by the building. Yep. Is that clear as mud?
let's see where we're coming.
I think Nick could probably draw it. And Troy could. Got all the pictures, so they could. Maybe they could write it out and you could look at it and see what you think, Brian. Would that work?
Yeah.
That work, Kristen? Okay. Okay, we'll do that. Okay. The next item is zoning board. The zoning board of adjustment is what we're talking about. Right? JD,
I don't know.
yeah, well, we're talking,
There's the board of adjustment, that's 5 people. And there's the planning and zoning commission, that's another 7 people.
okay,
The zoning commission's the one we gotta do. Right?
Yeah, I think so.
is it the zoning commission that we use when somebody comes to you and wants something? It'd be the board of adjustment, yeah. It's the board of adjustment that. When there's anything that needs to be, changed. If so, okay, yeah, when people come, with our, ordinance and want something done, who do you call? The Board of Adjustment, right?
Unless it's the rezone, that's that,
Right, okay,
or the,
okay. So if somebody comes in building a house, needs to have something changed,
have a setback because all the buildings are already there and they're selling off a part of it. And that makes them not meet setbacks, the, well, the definitely waived setback requirements.
okay? And how long, okay, when they come to you, they fill out a form, right? Okay, and how long does it take for you to call the zoning board of adjustment to do this?
Varies for, I think, 1 or 2, or we're trying to handle 2 at a time, but one at a time.
But what if we have just one? Shouldn't there be like a time limit on that to get it done timely for them? We haven't always done that, right?
Right.
Yeah,
We're not always getting.
Johnny on the spot. Yeah, okay. So that's what we need to look at is, for this board to do that. So the ones who are currently on here are Kaylin Polk, Bradley Hutchison, Jim O'Hara, Lindsay Pirtle, and Merrill Cruz.
Lindsay Burrow resigned,
She resigned.
Sherry Hunter was
Sherry Hunter's never been on it.
bad.
She's not. Not according to our records or what we have, who they were appointed. I mean, that's not,
I remember her being.
you don't remember, I don't either.
but I can't remember.
I don't know for sure.
I know Kalen is.
Yeah.
Well,
Mike Barr wanted to be back on, but, you guys put Bradley Hutchison on. And I would imagine, I don't know, Jim and Merrill were fed up after the last time, so I don't know whether they're even interested, but their terms are up anyway, according to what I had, but. You got anything newer? Yeah, I don't have
Jim
anything.
O'Hare, and who was the other one?
Jim O'Hare and Merrill Cruz,
No.
yeah. But after that one we had in March, and they got sued, they weren't happy, so I don't know.
Which are all expired, right?
Yes, yes. Mike Barr, was replaced by Bradley Hutchison, and that was for a later. Okay, did you find something?
I did find it. She is on, JD's right, August 8th, 2024.
Okay.
Okay,
that's not part of my job, that's,
who did she replace?
We didn't write that in the minutes.
Lindsay,
She took Lindsay's place?
Lindsay's not on, Lindsay's gone.
Okay. So okay. So Sherry Hunter went on and that term was up in. Where'd it go? That term was up in 20, I don't know for sure.
Oh, she just went
These
on
haven't been-
24. It's how long a term's?
Yeah, but if she's filling a vacancy, then it
Oh,
would be, yeah,
okay, gotcha.
yeah. These haven't been kept up as far as I can tell. So we're gonna have to do some research on that. Did it say when Hutchison went on?
Yeah.
Cause originally that one ended in 23. So it would have been an appointment in 24 also. Is that at the same time as Hunter? Okay, I think we need
Put him on
24.
and 5-year. We have him expiring in 2028.
Okay. And Sherry Hunter, you have, did it say when she's, well, Lindsay's would have gone on, well. I don't know. But we need to do some more research. Okay, let's do that. Let's just table it for right now and we'll do some more research. Okay. Our next item is board communication. I went to an interagency meeting today.
Well, I have a quick,
Okay,
so I have a field to the board of adjustment sitting on my desk.
okay,
Yeah.
right.
Did I handle it with the group that I think that I have now? Or
They're all-
should I wait?
No, I think you should wait.
They're pretty much expired.
Yeah,
Yeah, probably should wait to
I think we
make
need
sure we
to,
get these terms all figured out.
Okay,
yeah.
so. I will clarify.
How long have you had that? Oh, geez. Okay,
Well, like 4 months maybe.
4 months. No, it needs to be handled like within 30 days, I would say, but that's my thought.
Yeah.
If somebody's waiting to do something with a home, I think it needs to be done right away.
The way I read in there, it's turned over to this board. They have 3 weeks.
Okay,
It just doesn't stipulate that when it's turned into the office, it's given immediately to the board.
yeah, okay,
That's kind of how I read it.
okay.
That's where the gray area came.
Okay, Marty Mattis is one that used to be on it, right?
He was on the planning and zoning Michigan.
Okay. And Craig Harris is on that also, but I thought they were on the other one long time ago. Both Craig and Marty, I think, but I may be wrong.
You know, on the board of adjustment, I don't know.
I think they were a long time ago, yeah. We'll do some more research.
Scott is Jim O'Hara, Merrill Cruz,
Mm-hmm,
George Crawford,
right.
Mike Barr, and David Wright.
That's right. David Rydberg was. Forgot about that one. Remember that? Yeah. Okay.
Good memory.
Hmm?
Good.
Very good, JD. Thank you. And thank you for Sherry Hunter too, because I didn't remember that. Okay.
I asked the board for a person to replace Lindsay and
No. I do not remember that at all.
I searched Sherry, but it's not.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, we'll work on it. Kristen, do what? Okay. Okay,
Yeah, we're gonna come up with
yeah.
who we got, who's what, where, who's on the board, who's not.
Once it gets to the Board of Adjustment, it shouldn't take long to make the decision. Right, so we just need to, oh, that's right. Okay. Okay. All right, we'll work on it. We'll work on it tomorrow. Okay. And get right back. All right. Okay. So we'll put it on next week's. Okay. All right, any other board communication?
At a landfill meeting, everything's good. Got some things to look over there, but
Okay,
going well.
moving right along, huh?
Yep.
Okay, need to take action on approving claims.
Make a motion, we approve claims.
Second,
All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting minutes from last week, the September 30th.
make a motion, we approve the minutes as stated.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Next thing is adjourn.
Make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
5:12. Okay.